going on? Welcome back to my channel, guys. How y'all doing today? I hope everybody's Saturday is going great. I apologize for laying right here across my bed. I was going to start this video sitting over there in a chair, but this bed is a whole lot more comfortable than my chair. I think for Mother's Day, probably Valentine's Day, I'm going to go to either IKEA or actually I've seen a lot of really nice chairs at TJ Maxx and Ross. And I'm going to go there and get me a really good chair. Because that one, it ain't cutting it no more. I'm tired of sitting in that chair, hurting my back. It's uncomfortable. I deserve something comfortable, so I'm going to go get me something. But I'm just going to have to wait a couple of more months. So, anywho, yes, sir. I know as soon as I turn this camera on, I guarantee y'all, if the camera not running, not a child say nothing. The tablet is over there, son, where you left it before you left to go with Talia. If the charger is dead, I suggest you take your green charger. The charger? I mean the tablet. If it's dead, I suggest you take the charger with you.
It was on 100.
Okay, well look at it. It was. I guarantee that thing wasn't on no 100 because it wasn't on the charge all night. Let me see.
It's just turning on.
It's probably dead.
It's not dead.
He's on my Samsung Galaxy. That's what he be on.
Hello, guys. I love y'all. I love y'all so much.
They love you too, Philip.
And I'm the only kid who gives God the power.
Amen.
Right, Mommy?
Give God all your power and all your glory. Huh?
Yep, and all of my...
But you're not the only kid. There are other kids that do it. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to give it all over to them. All right, wait for it to click on. It's 81%. You can still take the charger with you in case you need it. Go ahead. It's starting up. Here. I had to reset it. I had to clear a lot of apps and stuff off of there.
A lot?
There you go. Now close my door. Thank you. I didn't take none of your stuff off. Go ahead. See you later. Deuces. Love you.
Bye-bye.
Mm-hmm.
We did that. Start an hour.
Bye, boy. So, anywho, so what I wanted to talk to you guys about, and I know it's probably long overdue. A lot of people have been asking, what's my situation, what's been going on, how everything is going, what I've been up to, what I've been doing. I'm getting used to this pillow. This one more comfortable. Okay. And I am dressed and everything. I got on my I Love Coca-Cola t-shirt and some black leggings. But like I said, it's Saturday and I'm just lounging around my house. So I didn't want to get dressed up. I got my fan on, so I'm covered. But, anywho. Y'all just kind of want to know a few things. So I'm going to try to do this video as simple as possible. And let you know pretty much what's been going on. Well, a lot of you guys may know or may not know. If you follow me on Instagram, you definitely know. If you've been watching me for a while, you may know a few things. But if you're new to my channel, you probably don't have any idea about any of this stuff that's going on. But I can start off by saying, for those who've been asking, no, I'm not moving. I'm not getting married. There's a lot of questions. Some questions I probably will not answer in this particular video because I do want to do another video just talking about a few things that's on that topic. But for purposes of catching everybody up on everything, I do get a lot of people that ask me where I'm from. And I'm from Mississippi. I'm from the Gulf Coast part of Mississippi. So I literally live like right off the water. I'm 3 streets away from where the Mississippi Gulf Coast is, from the Gulf of Mississippi. If you walk 3 blocks out, you're going to be on the water. And so that's the area that I live in. It has its ups, it has its downs, ins and out. Hurricane seasons is kind of hit or miss. During the summertime, it is beautiful. Other than hurricane season, we still get a lot of rain. When it's cold, it's cold. And our cold is a wet cold. So we get cold and flu season start real early. We don't have that dry cold. We got that wet, damp, moisture cold. Health-wise, well, employment-wise, do I work? No, I can't work. I know I get trolls that'll come through, have stuff to say, but that's neither here nor there, whatever. But legally, I cannot work. Health wise, I cannot work. The type of work that I did do, I was a nurse. I have been in the medical field ever since '96, and I've enjoyed it. I have enjoyed it. Ever since my children have been alive, I have been in the medical field, and I've always enjoyed it. I started off working in a nursing home, and I put my blood, sweat, and tears in, got pooped on, peed on, scratched, hit, pooped through at, and everything else. But you got to start somewhere if you want to achieve your goals. I went on from that to working in hospice. I did home health with hospice and with assisted living patients. I worked in assisted nursing homes with dementia patients. I did that for years. I started getting sick within that time. My children was getting sick. My oldest children was getting sick within that time, so I had to work night shift. I did night shift for about 7 years, between the nursing homes and home health. After that, and within that time, I was in school. I got out of high school and went right to college. So I have been in college. I have 3 different degrees. My first degree is just an associate degree. My other 2 degrees are in healthcare reimbursement, health, health, healthcare reimbursement, and medical billing and coding. And then I got my business degree in medical office management and dialysis nursing. So that's what my degrees are in. That's what I've always had my heart set on doing, dialysis. I did dialysis for 4 years in nursing until I got sick to the point that I can no longer work. I did it while I was on chemo. I did it throughout my baby boy being on chemo, and it drained me. I went to work the last 2 days that I worked one day. I was sick. I had to do chemo treatments. I left from there, went right to work. They did not know. The DON did not know at all. I know I put them at risk of being sued, because doing that type of work and then you dealing with patients, if you get sick and drop them, they getting sued, you getting sued. So I knew better, but I didn't want to give up my work. I had worked at DaVita. I worked at DaVita Dialysis Center. If you guys know anything about them, you know they are an amazing dialysis center to work for. They're there for you. They care about you. And I had to travel 45 minutes to work. I did the nocturnal shift, which was overnight, and then I did the early morning shifts. When I had to be at work for 4:30 in the morning, I left my house about 2:45, 3 o'clock, so I can stop and get me some breakfast and stuff. And like I said, I had to travel 45 minutes. For those of you guys who live in Mississippi, who live on a coastal area like Yolanda knows, from my house where I live, I worked in the Pascagoula area. That's a drive. That's almost in Alabama. So that's a drive. And I live on the end closer to Louisiana. So I pretty much drove from coast to coast getting to work. That time of morning by myself. I always took Highway 90, which was the beach. I didn't take the interstate, because the interstate that time of morning ain't nothing on there but big rigs. And, no. So, yeah, I drove. I had to take that drive every day, but I did what I had to do for my kids, and I did that, like I said, still being sick. I had thyroid cancer during that time. It was before I got my thyroid out. So once I got my thyroid removed, I had to take some time off, and then I went back to work. Like I said, my last 2 days that I worked, I was sick. The first day they didn't know about it. The second day when I went in, the nurse that I was working along with, she was like, "Girl, are you sure you're okay?" I said, "Yeah, I'm fine." And I had went over and catheterized one of the patients. He was real cool. I had loved this man to death. He ended up passing away, but I had God, he was an awesome man. He did anything to help you. He would give presents. His family would give presents and stuff out all the time. And I remember I was going to put his catheter in. And I mean his actual port. I was going to put it in, and the last thing I remember, he asked me how my day was going, And that was it. When I woke up, I was on the floor. Everybody was around me. EMTs and stuff was there. And my brother and my mom had to end up picking me up because I did not want to go to the hospital. So my mom ended up picking me up. And that was my last day I had worked there. Because by then, my doctor just had deemed me to where I couldn't work anymore. I had ended up going into a thyroid storm, and I almost died that day. My blood pressure bottomed out. My heart rate was down to where I was almost out this world. But I still refused to go to the hospital. I was so stubborn, y'all. My mama was mad at me, but they knew I wouldn't have did nothing to try to sign myself out. Because I knew I had to provide for my kids. But then, like I said, after that, I couldn't work anymore. And it was hard for me. It was very tough for me having to depend on people. My children was older. Deontay was about to graduate high school and start college. He ended up working. Deontay was still in high school. And those couple of years was like the toughest for me, having my oldest son take care of me. And still knowing that I had my other kids in school. But Deontay held it down and he took care of his family. Like, you getting this young man, 18 years old, right out of high school, working, taking care of his mama and siblings. And he did it every day and didn't complain, not once. And it was hard for me. It was harder for me than it was for him, just having to deal with that. And I still was selfish, trying to go out and get jobs. But every place I hired, once they pulled my records up, that was it. And Davita had reached out to me and said, if I'm ever able to come to work, I have a job. No questions asked. I have a job. I'm still trying currently to get positions at the receptionist desk, but my doctor won't even allow me to do that because I would have to still work 8 hours. And even though I won't be on my feet, just sitting there, and then because of those patients coming in and having a lot of other health issues other than just being on dialysis, it'll put me at risk and them at risk because of my immune system. And trying to go to Walmart or places like that, I just can't be on my feet. Working at any other doctor's office, I didn't try them out. My doctor was like, nope, you can't work. Sorry, can't do it. I was getting disability for about 3 years, and then y'all know we got this new president in office now, and Mississippi is cutting on everything. They don't care. They decide who lives and who dies and the amount of money you're gonna make it off of. So it was being more of a hassle for me to get a little bit of money and telling them people all of my business through Social Security. So I just took myself off of it, and I was actually, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I was getting $187 at the end of it. And I'm like, $187 of taking care of me and my children. What am I going to do with that? They cut me back on my food stamps considerably. And so it was to the point, like, I don't even have to deal with this. I don't even need this anymore. It wasn't worth it. So that ended up being the case. Like, I would rather struggle and do what I have to do than depend on them. Even though legally I can get it, but at that price, it's not worth it. And God always makes a way, and He made a way. I started doing YouTube. I put my blood, sweat, and tears into that. I waited a year. I got my first check. And guys know, God's will, I've been getting them every month. And I get more on YouTube than I was getting through disability. So this is my job. And a lot of people don't think of it as a job because of what I'm dealing with health-wise. This is my job because I cannot work. Period. So, and God is making a way. He is truly making a way. And do I depend on this? No, I don't depend on this because I can stop YouTube tomorrow. It's my thing. Whether I decide to upload videos or not, whether I decide to post or not, how many videos I decide to post or not, what types of videos I decide to post or not. So I don't depend on YouTube at all. I will never depend on any particular thing. But it's still my profit. It's still what I'm doing. And like I said, I have to file taxes for it, get my tax papers in, just like everybody else that does YouTube. So even though it's money coming in for me, it's still my choice at the end of the day. And I'm blessed to have that choice. I'm blessed to have that option. And like I said, but it's nothing that I depend on. It will never be anything that I depend on, because just like anything else, fads come and go. Yes.
Mom, can I go last one buy spaghetti?
Sure. I just know after you eat it, I'm not going back to the store buying you anymore. I'm not going back to another store until Tuesday.
Wait, what's tomorrow?
Tomorrow is Sunday.
Monday, Tuesday. Thank you.
Love you. So yeah. And then a lot of you guys, like I said, I'm just letting everybody that's new to my channel know this. And it may be some people who've been around for a while that may not know this. A lot of you guys already know what's going on with Philip and his health. And if you guys don't, definitely go check out my playlist and look at those older videos with his health issues. And then Alicia, I haven't put any videos into the playlist for her yet, but just a quick rundown on that. We found out a couple of months ago that she's been having a lot of more health issues than we knew of. Been taking her to doctors. She's seeing the same doctor Philip is seeing. Well, she got biopsies done because they did find a tumor in her stomach. After the biopsy, she got a biopsy done on her esophagus, stomach, small and large intestines, and colon. And after they did all of that, they found out that she had more tumors. They're all benign, so thank the Lord for that. But she has a lot of tumors from her esophagus, her stomach, and her colon. She doesn't have any in her small and large intestines, but she does have them in those other areas. So she is on chemotherapy medication now. She's on one of this, the same ones Philip was on, as well as some of the other medication that Philip is on. And insurance wise, it's just like mine. Some things they pay for, some things they don't, just like with Philip. So it's a lot of things that we have to come out of pocket for and pay for. And I'm not saying any of this for anybody's pity, sympathy, or promo. I'm just letting you guys know that this is just the situation what we're dealing with. So if you see me come on here and it look like I got a lot on my mind, it's because I have a lot on my mind. But it's no greater than anyone else. We all have finances. We all have issues, stuff that we're going through. I'm just sharing mine with you guys because I am inviting you guys into my world. And like I said, I never say anything to ask anybody for sympathy or pity, because the way our family is, God is always going to work situations out for us. Yes, we go through hard days. Yes, we go through bad times. Yes, we have financial stuff that we go through. But our life is no worse or no better off than anybody else's. And we thank God through it all, because he truly sees us through everything that we're dealing with. Our family is a huge believer in faith. And we know that God will never put any more on us than we can possibly bear. We know that. But does it get hard? Yes, we're human. It get hard. I get mad. I cry. I yell. I scream. I break down. I have days that I'm in this, nights when I'm in this bed and my kids go to sleep and everybody in this house is asleep. I cry. I go in the bathroom. I cry. I go in my car and I cry. But we all do that. So please do not ever think that I got it all together, because I don't. I cry daily. I do. I cry daily, and I ask God to help me. I cry daily, and I ask him, God, please see me through this. I have days that I'm like, Lord, I don't know what to do. I'm tired. I don't know where to go from here. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. I don't know what step to take. I have days that I'm like, Lord, I just need you. I need you to work it out. I need you to figure this out, because I can't. I have those days that I'm like, Lord, I'm tired. I am just tired. And I have days that I'm like, God, help me. It's just that simple. And that's it. So, and like I said, we all do. We all do. We all are going through this together. We all have family that we know that got some type of cancer, heart issues, finances, any type of health issues. I don't care what it is. And like I said, I'm dealing with my share. Between lupus, Graves and Hashimoto disease, dealing with heart issues, it gets rough because I'm taking all of these. I keep forgetting because I have brain fog often. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm taking 9 things of medication daily, and 3 of them I take twice a day. And it's just, I'm going to have to do this for the rest of my life. I have no other choice. I can't get off of one of these medications. Everything that I'm on, I have to take for the rest of my life. The only thing that's going to change is the dosage, maybe the name. And I'm okay with that because I know that only God is going to be the one to decide for the rest of my life. And I know that I'm at this place of peace in my heart and my mind. And I, mind you, I still cry, but I'm still at the place of peace of knowing that everything that I do in my life every single day, every time that I'm praying for people, every time that I'm loving people, every time that I have the faith that I have, and I know my whole life that I'm living, it's not perfect, but I know God sees everything that I do, and I know that I live my life according to that daily. I'm not doing it for anybody else but Him. And I know at the end of the day, when I am in my final resting place, that I will not have any pains, no worries, no discomfort, no nothing. And I live every day so I can see that place that I will not have to be taking these medications, and I won't be crying, that I will be having laughter and joy in my heart and in my life every day. And I know that I'm living my life preparing for that. So I'm good because of that. I have no worries because of that. I have no fears because of that. But like I said, I'm a human. So it hurts. Yes, it does. Because the reality is I'm living in today. And I know I have to do what I have to do today for my children, for myself, for my mom, for my brother, for my nieces and nephew, for God, all of that. I have to do that every day. So being still a flesh, I know this. But spiritually, I know that better is coming. I know that greater is coming. I know that God has a blessing upon my life that I can't even imagine. And I know it's coming. And I know that it's coming soon. I'm humble. I'm humble for you guys. I'm humble for my family. I'm humble for the love that I have found through you guys on YouTube, the friends that I've made, the I'm not going to say friends, the family that I have made, the sisters that I have found, the brothers that I have found. And I'm humble and blessed because of that. Because I have days that I want to stop vlogging. I have days that I get tired. And it has nothing to do with trolls or none of that. It's just like I get tired and I get frustrated. And, I have days that, I do take breaks. Because we all need to take breaks. Just like you get a vacation from your job, YouTube for us vloggers is still a job. Whether it's part-time or full-time, it's still a job. So you still get days that you just need to take a break. Just from social media, period. I don't care if it's YouTube, Facebook, whatever. And if you guys follow me on Facebook, I don't post much. All my stuff on Facebook is purely inspirational. I don't follow any of the people who I live in the city with, that I went to school with, because it's nothing but mess and drama, and I do not want mess and drama in my life. I don't follow anybody on Instagram that I went to school with like that. Other than my best friend, my best friends, and my best friends that I went to school with are guys. I didn't have nothing but three female friends, but two of them are twins, which are my cousin, and the Chanel and Danielle, and the other one is Alicia. And that's it. Lorenzo, that's my boy, that's my brother. And then my cousins, Michael and Chris. Other than that, I don't have like a big circle of friends. I never did. I never wanted that. And even today in my adult life, the people who I consider my sisters are my sisters, and they're going to be my sisters off and on YouTube. And you guys know who you are, whether you're an adult, whether you're older than I am, or if you're my age, you know who you are. And I love you guys. And that's that. And as far as trying to think what else. Yeah, I know my mom, her health is getting better. My mom is getting so much better. She still have her bad days, but she's having more good days. Today is a bad day for her. She's not feeling well, but she's keeping her spirits up. And other than that, y'all know my kiddos are doing great. They getting ready to soon go back to school. My son works every day. My two daughters still working every day. So those three are working every day. Talia's getting ready to leave and go back to state next Saturday. So I'm trying to enjoy this time home with her. Y'all know we had a loss for her friend Haley mom, which is Miss Cindy, and a great friend to us. She was like a sister to me. And I know a few people who may have seen the Instagram, and Mike can be like, oh, because sometimes people kind of get stuck on color. Because I know when we went to the funeral, it probably was only six or seven black people there, and a few people who belonged to that church kind of looked at us weird, but all of the family was completely open to us because they know that it's genuine and we're family. Like her husband Brian said, her door was never locked. Every last one of her children, family, she treated like her own kids. And that's just how I am. If y'all see me on my videos with my children friends, they all call me mama. And I love that. I love that they're able to talk to me. They can come to me and talk to me about anything that they may or may not be able to talk to their parents about. And they know the first thing I'm going to tell them, you need to talk to your parents as well. So I appreciate that my children have that, just like I know they appreciate that their children have that in me. So it hurt all of us when she passed, and it hurt Talia a lot because that was like her losing one of her moms. And then with her knowing what I have to deal with health wise, and her brother and her sister, and her being 4 hours away from home, it's hard for her. So that's affecting her a little bit more because she knows she's not gonna be here. So that's hard for her, and I do feel that's why every day she's so clingy. She's real clingy right now. All of the kids are real extra clingy right now. But I just assure them that, only God knows our path, and today or tomorrow He called me home. They're gonna be great. And I know that they're gonna be great. But like I said, I still hurt for them because no parent want to think of that. So when you in a situation of dealing with the health issues, it's hard. And we can tell ourselves that we prepare our kids to be without us one day, because that's what you prepare your children for. Not in that sense, but to live their own life and know how to do everything. But once you're dealing with whatever health issue you're dealing with, as parents, we never want to think of burying our children. But at a young age, we never want to think of our children burying us either. But we don't have that choice. But, it's still difficult days. And if you go through it and you're dealing with it, you definitely understand what I'm talking about. And if you don't, God bless you. And I pray that you won't. And so it's been an emotional ride. But that's that with the kiddos. As far as relationship wise and what's going on with me with that, I'm good. I'm at a good place. I'm at a happy place. I'm at a peaceful place because I'm truly loving Alicia. I'm choosing Alicia. I'm living Alicia. I'm accepting Alicia. And you guys know that Kentrell and I are not getting married. The kids and I are not moving, and it's been a roller coaster. It really has been a roller coaster. I'm not saying that I'm at the point with Kentrell that I'm good, because I'm not. I'm still angry. I am still mad, and it's not that I'm not over it. It's not that I'm not over what happened, because I am over what happened, because cheating happens all the time, whether we want to admit it or not, whether it happened once or if it happened over and over. Cheating happens often. And whether you're young or old, young people do it, old people do it. And it's not a thing of age, but it happens. And it's, like I said, it's not that I'm not over that. But a lot of time people don't understand that when you cheat on a person, it's more than just the physical. You hurt them because you hurt their children. And that's what bothers me. And my children are so respectful that they will never disrespect anyone else. They're going to protect their mama, and they're going to have their mama back. And he knows this. He knows this, what I'm speaking. But they never going to go at him and disrespect him in a way. They speak to him. They'll see him. He'll still bring Talia to school, pick Talia up from college, he and my brother. and everything. You know, he brought the kids Christmas gifts. He brought me Christmas gifts. He brought my mom Christmas gifts. He'll come over on Sunday with my brother. He'll watch the football game and everything. You know, when my brother is over here, or he'll come over here and just watch the football games and stuff on some Sundays. And so I don't think it's an anger. I'm not angry about anything. I'm disappointed because of the stuff that I have to deal with because of the infidelity. And it's a lot of stuff that I have to go through, that I'm dealing with, that I'm fighting because of what his infidelity caused. It's not fair. And like I said, a lot of people don't understand that. They can be so selfish and just think, okay, I'm going to cheat on you. And, well, I'm not putting it like that, but okay, I cheated. Okay, I cheated. I'm sorry. And like, you supposed to just get over it, just forgive it, just move on, just still be with them. And it's not that easy. It's not. A lot comes with that, because if you already dealing with a person that's damaged because of their past, and Kentrell knew that I was molested as a child. Kentrell knew what I had to deal with. Kentrell knew that I was raped in my adulthood when and I had mentioned this to you guys. I was headed to one of my appointments for my checkup with my chemo treatments, and I was leaving school. I was at dialysis school. I was leaving, and I was going over to Slidell to where the doctor's office is. I went and seen my doctor. I was leaving and going into the parking lot, and I was attacked and raped. He knew this. So he knew freshly that I had went through this within 3 years. The guy was caught. He's in jail. Had to go to court and everything. And that kind of put the nail in the coffin for me after my other rapes and molestation. Because as a child, when your childhood is taken away from you, a lot is taken away from you. Physically, mentally, spiritually. And then when people that you accept into your life hurt you, it's like more is taken away. And then when you forgive, and then you get attacked and raped as an adult, more is taken away. And then you still allow people into your life and they hurt you. It's kind of like, that's it. And that's what happened to me. It's like I was at the point that I was just ripped of everything. And people know when you're vulnerable, whether they intentionally mean to hurt you or not. It's hard. It's very rough. It's very difficult. And it got to the point that my joy was taken away from me. And that should be the things that people should never be able to take away from you is your faith and your joy. And my faith and my joy was taken away from me. It was taken away from me when I was molested. It was taken as a child. It was taken away from me when I was molested again as a child. It was taken away from me when I was raped. It was taken away from me when I was cheated on over and over. And when it's slowly taken away from you and you at the point like you feel you have nothing and you have nothing left to offer you, your kids, and nobody else, you stop. And then it's like God steps in and he shines this light on you and he allows you to realize you are my child. And I refuse to have you defeated. I refuse to have you at the point that everything that I instill from you, you're letting man take from you. And I did. I've let plenty of people take that away from me. I let the people who raped me take that away from me. I let the people who molested me take that away from me. I let the people who hit me take that away from me. I let the people who cursed at me take away from me. I let the people who lied to me take that away from me. I let family members take that away from me. I've let friends take that away from me. I've let exes take that away from me. And we all do that. We all have been through that or know someone that been through that. But at the point that my joy, my happiness, my faith was taken away, I had nothing left. I completely was like flatline. I was completely flatline. And when that happened, it was like the last straw for me. When I found that out, what had happened, and you guys already know what happened last year at Thanksgiving. When I found out that Kentrell had cheated and he was with this woman for a while, I knew nothing about it, y'all. I don't know everything that happened. If you don't, you gotta go back and watch those videos. Some of them are still on there, some of them are not. But I still tried to forgive and forget because that's how I was just brought up. And the thing is, I'm gonna say about that, when I was brought up to forgive and forget, I was never told that you don't have to be with them. Because back in the day, when you forgive and forget somebody, you stay with them and you move on and you make it work. But the difference with then and now is like, it's then and now. You can forgive a person for you. You can even forgive them for them. But you forgive them for you and you let it go. And that doesn't mean you have to be with them. You have a choice if you want to be with them or not. You decide if you still want to be there. Don't let their guilt decide to keep you there. Because just because they say that they sorry and they ask God for forgiveness, and God gonna forgive you, whether it's me, the next person, even those people who molested and raped me, God forgave them. But just because God forgive them and I forgive them, don't mean I have to be with them. You're not meant to be with everybody. You're not meant to marry everybody. Everybody that's your soulmate, you may not even be meant to marry. You can be friends with them. You can be cordial to them if you choose to. But you don't have to accept that abuse. You don't have to accept that I'm sorry. You can forgive them, but you don't have to accept the I'm sorry because they're not sorry. And that's what I say often. You're not sorry. Because if you were sorry, you wouldn't have done it. You knew what you was doing. It was a choice. When you sorry, it's an accident. Like if I dropped something, I'm sorry, it was an accident. But when you cheat, it's not an accident. Your cheating is a choice. You lying is a choice. And that's what I tell my children all the time. Don't ever cheat on somebody, period. But if you do, don't tell that person that you're sorry it was an accident, because it was not. It was your choice and you made it because you were selfish in making that decision. Break up with a person before you're going to cheat on them. I have never cheated on a person I was with, because if I'm with you and for some reason I'm no longer happy with you, either we need to work something out or if it's time for us to move on. And if I'm starting to have feelings for someone else and I'm with you, we still having a problem because I shouldn't be having feelings for someone else. But you always have other options before you decide to lay down with another person. And if it's a one-time thing, I've always say one time is enough. But if it's a one-time thing, that's a one-time thing, because everybody is human and can make mistakes. But if you're in a full-blown relationship with somebody and you're in a relationship with somebody else, that's not cheating. You know, that's not a one-time cheating thing. You're just in a relationship with two people. And that's what happened with me. And that's what hurt me. Because if it was just a one-time, one-night stand and he did it or whatever, yeah, it'll be hurt. I'll be hurt. I'll be mad. I'll be pissed. I'll go through the same emotions. But the fact that it happened the way it did, and he know this, that the way that it happened, the reason, how it happened, and I didn't know about it, he was with two people at the same time. He was with me. He was with her at the same time. And I didn't even find out about her until the woman approached me. And that's how it happened. And it's like, we as humans need to understand this. That I don't care if you're the man or if you're the woman. You have options. And it's not okay to cheat, period. You do it, you stand up to it, you admit you did it. Don't let the other person suffer because of you. And like I said, I don't care if you're a male or you're a female. Don't let that other person suffer because of you. Because the thing is, you don't ever know what that person got. And this is what I tell my children. I always keep it up with 100 with mine. And they know me. They know I'm going to keep it 100. But I'm going to tell them, don't ever sit here and put yourself, for one, in a situation that you with somebody and you know they with somebody else. And if you don't, still protect yourself. And my kids are not out there. They're not out there having sex or anything. But still, even when they get to the point that they are, protect yourself. Because I don't care how much that man or that woman love you, you don't know what they're doing when they're not with you. And if they bring something home to you, you stuck. Because they're going to leave, or either they're going to say, I'm sorry. But they sorry and you stuck with something. And we got to be better than that. Because it may be something a pill can get rid of. It can be some a pill can't get rid of. But you stuck with it, or you get a miss, a hit or a miss, or you'll get a woman knocking on your door saying, I'm pregnant by your old man, or I'm pregnant by your husband. Or you gonna get some dude knocking on your door saying, look, I know you've been messing with my chick. It's like you don't want those issues. You don't want those problems. So that simple, I'm sorry, it's not always that simple. Because if she messing with you knowing you got a woman, you don't know who else she's messing with. If he's messing with you knowing you got a man, you don't know who else he's messing with. And it's like that cycle is just going to keep going. And it's like, come on now. We're going into 2018. AIDS are out there. Diseases are out there rampant. They don't have a face to it. That girl can be walking banging boobs and butt. And you stuck. Because her butt look good, or her chest look good, or her face, or her hair, or her nails, or her toes. But on the inside, you don't know what she got. Same with a dude. He can be walking around with a 12-pack, 6-pack, 10-pack, 15-pack, don't care, looking good from head to toe. You don't know what that man walking around with on the inside. And so you have to be careful. You just have to be careful, man. Because diseases don't care about you. And truth, like, we will accept any kind of BS people give, but you'll be quick to want to fight if somebody do something to your children, or if somebody do something to your mama, or if somebody step on your shoes, anything like that, or somebody snatch your wig off your head. You're gonna be willing to fight, but you're gonna sit here and deal with what a man or a woman putting you through. And I say the same thing because I'm speaking to myself. Like, we do this as humans. We do this. And it is so weird. Like, we will fight 10 rounds to protect our children, but we won't fight 1 round to protect ourselves and leave a situation if it's bad, or somebody is beating your butt every night, or cussing you out, or disrespecting you, or cheating on you, or lying to you. And it's like, come on, we got to do better. We as people, period, we have to do better. We have to know that we deserve better. And like I said, I'm talking to myself too. We have to know we deserve better. We do. Because God is not doing this to us. He's not. God is not telling these men and women to go out here and cheat. We have to stop blaming everything on God. We got to stop putting God in these situations that we trying to put him at this, or blame him for this, or have him be the reason or the cause for this. No, we got to stop. And we all pray for God to forgive us for our sins, but we have to do better and stop trying to put him at the forefront for stuff. He's not the reason you did what you did. He may get you through it, but he ain't the reason that you did it. So relationship wise, that's where it's at. That's what, it's like I said, it's been a whole lot, y'all. Like, it's been a whole lot going on. And, it's just, but I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm at the point in my life that I've accepted Alicia. Like I said, I love Alicia. God is the first in my life. My children and my mom. And, and it's like, what God has for me in my life and my relationship is going to be what he has for me. When God decides that I'm going to walk down that aisle, what's for me is going to be for me. Who is for me is going to be for me. But I'm not going to rush it. I'm not going to push it. I'm not going to force it. I'm just going to live every single day and be happy. And like I said, I do have a significant other in my life that God has blessed me with. And I'm happy. I'm very happy. I'm not forcing anything. I'm not pushing anything. I'm not looking for this or that or this or that. And it's just going to be what's going to be, what's going to be. That's where I am. What's going to be is going to be. And I'm happy. And I'm happy and in love with God. I'm happy and in love with Alicia. I'm happy and in love with my children. And that's what's important for me. I'm not having sex at all until I'm married. And And that's my promise to God. And y'all know that I have children, so y'all know that I have had sex before. I have not had multiple sex partners because I don't believe in that, but I have my children. And I was in a relationship with their father for years. Oh, Lord have mercy, Jesus. My oldest three children and our father was together for a long time throughout my high school and college life. Alicia, Alicia's father and I, Richard, he and I have been knowing each other from childhood, and we was together off and on for years. He lived in California. He moved here. We ended up dating again, but we've been childhood friends. So I never had to go out and just meet anybody like that. I always knew who I was, the person I was dating. So, like I said, I haven't had multiple sex partners or nothing like that. So I'm still, I don't know, I guess new to the whole thing. I don't know how to, I have never just had to go out and meet anybody to date anyone. So I'm gonna put it like that. And so, thank the Lord. But yeah, I am celibate. I am going to be celibate until I'm married. Because like I said, being hurt that much and somebody taking that much of your joy from you, I'm not going through that anymore. I'm not. Because like I said, my life now is about living Alicia. It's about making Alicia happy. And if nobody is not on board for doing that, then they don't have to be with me and in my children's life, because I'm not going to decide between my life, my kids' life, and my sex life. It's not going to be. My children are my world. And, God is my life and the head of my life. He blessed me with my children, and that's that. And whomever is going to enter that is going to understand that that is my priority. I'm not going to accept BS. I'm not going to accept cheating, lies, drama, none of that. If you can't come into my life and be forthcoming and honest and respectful for that, then you don't have to be in my life. And me and my children are going to be fine. I am going to be fine. And know that I'm not perfect. And I don't expect anyone else to be perfect, but I expect anyone who thinks they're going to enter into it to understand that I'm not accepting any less than who I am, because I am a child of God, and I'm a blessed child of God. And they have to know that and respect that. And if they can't, then they can keep it moving. Because I'm not dealing with any shortcuts. I'm not backsliding. I'm not dealing with shortcuts, BS, drama, none of that. I'm going into 2018 enjoying my life and being free and being happy and being the woman of God that I know God created me to be. And that's it. That's it. So I hope I answered a lot of you guys' questions, or a little bit more about me. I know this video was a long one, but I just wanted to cover everything, so I won't have to talk about none of this stuff again going into 2018, unless it's a Q&A video unless it's a video that I decide I want to do. But yeah, so I'll see you guys later. Thank you all for watching. I love you all very much. Y'all have a great and blessed Saturday. And if I don't see y'all before New Year's, Happy New Year's. Bye, y'all.